The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, back man. 180! Here we go, here we go! 5-9, 5-9.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
46 to Mike, 46. He can't move. He's not going to get me.
Working from the gun, Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone?
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. From 13 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Go, go. 29 is a Mike. Mike 29. 4 Tokyo. 29 is a Mike. Mike 29. Hey, Alpha.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz, he sets to fire deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
46 down, man, 5-4. Hey, Delta. Hey, I'm coming. 46.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Looking deep for his tight ender. And got his man complete. That goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. To throw, it's Wentz. He's going to wind up in there, looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
First down, Giants. Okay, ready? 53, Mike. Go!
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Gallman will run it. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
Well, this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Wentz now to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Straight 15, straight 15. Mike 29.
Hey, Mike 7.
Wentz now on first down. The Sanders has got it complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
Hey, wahoo!
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 11. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Man, that's trash.
Ready?
They keep it with Barkley on first down. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Green, 76 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Go! Let's go!
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. This is Gallman looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's make these babies cry.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Throwing on third and long. Jones. And he's going to go down again. Brandon Graham make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
You got tight right there. Say.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now Wentz. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 28-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
The toss out to Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Throwing Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of, they've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
29 is the Mike.
Zoo.
Hey, let's get this, get this.
Here.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Let's go. 29.
This one, 7.
Mike 29.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
All day, baby, all day.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On play action, it's Wentz. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
That's good for Eagles. First down.
Wentz now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From the 27, Wentz, and that's complete to Sanders. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders, and he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And oh, it's blocked, and the Giants have got it. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 40, the 30, 10, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Now Jones operating from the gun. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Jones. This one complete to Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It'll be a gain of 3 on what should be the final play of this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Looking to throw on second down. Jones will get this out to Barkley, complete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This pass complete, wins to Ertz. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie!
46 to Mike.
Shoot.
Watch the screen. 46 to Mike. 46. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Sunday.
Hey, check Mike 46.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That was very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, Actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his second touchdown of the night. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Now he's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Ready up.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones is going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
No. 80 weapons. Hey, scene 6. Scene 6. Hey. Look at me. Zipper.
I'm going to run you over.
You're out.
Check. Check out route.
Bravo.
And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Don't let him breathe.
Go.
Breathe. Play inside deep. Don't let him breathe.
From the gun, Jones is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Wentz going to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Barkley. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Giants with possession of the football, but needing points as we start quarter number 4. The Giants on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, world.
Come on, QB, come on. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. I want that. Give me.
Hey, orbit.
Give me that ball.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing is Wentz. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
57.
46, boys, 46.
Hey, Echo.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Sunday.
Here we go.
Throwing now is Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. His throw incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you that they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
General West.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Go. 180.
46 to Mike.
It's Ray 57.
46, boy. 46. 46 to Mike. Here we go.
Now Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Green. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for it.
He's got a man, complete, 20, 10, touchdown, Giants. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are back within a single score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's Wentz to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 12, Wentz. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They come out here in the eye. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw up the...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Give him 8, maybe 9, but they're still left with a 3rd and long upcoming.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Let him know, let him know. Check, 53 is mine. Check, 53 is mine. And here we go, watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence to give up.